Plugins are things that have been written by WordPress for WordPress. They've also been written by third-party people. They've written software to make WordPress more usable, to add security, to add features. And we'll look at a couple right now to give you an example. So let's go ahead and click on Add New. This takes us to the WordPress store, and we can type in something like NextGen, which is a good plugin. It searches for everything that's called NextGen, and you see quite a few. This is the one we like. This is a photo gallery, and it's kind of a nice way of being able to put together a slideshow onto a page on your website. So we're seeing it here, we like it. Now, a couple of things that are really quite important. Only install a plugin that has been ticked as compatible. Older plugins that haven't been worked on for a while, like this, is untested. So this is NextGen Gallery Image Chooser. Not too sure what that is. Don't even know who it's by. He's just using the name NextGen, which is the same as this one. But he's got about 400 active installations, but it's untested, and it's 10 months since he's worked on it. So you really want to look for plugins that have been worked on, and any plugin that's like more than 6 months old and hasn't been worked in, it is rather dangerous to install them on your website. Often when I'm first working with a new customer with an existing website, I will find that they've got quite a lot of plugins that are old, decrepit, and could even be vulnerable to the website. So one of the first things I have to do is start to find new plugins to replace old ones. So let's go ahead and install this. It's installing. Let's activate. Once it's activated, it takes us back to the plugins page. And it opens up this particular plugin. We could launch the wizard if we wanted to, no need to, or we could watch a video that introduces us to them. But essentially, here's the NextGen Gallery with all the items: add a gallery, add images, manage galleries, manage albums, tags, gallery settings, and other options. If we go into gallery settings, you get to see some of the settings you can do for your basic slideshows and tag clouds and all sorts of other things. If you pay for this, there are all sorts of other features that get unlocked. Generally, I'm looking to be able to just give you plugins that you will find useful. So this is a good plugin as an example of a general plugin you use to make things work on your site better. So that was a pretty good plugin to look at for installing. So let's look at another one. So if we want to go ahead and go down to plugins, add new, this time we're going to add a security plugin. And the plugin we want to add is called WordFence. And install now. Activate. This is a pretty important plugin, and so if you're going to have a website and you're going to be doing any degree of work on it, you really need to become familiar with this plugin. So I'm going to put in my email address, and I'm going to go no, because I don't want extra emails. I'm going to go that to accept their terms and conditions, continue, and I'm going to just say no thanks. I'm going to keep with just the general use of this plugin, and I find that more than enough. So you'll notice now that I've got the WordFence item here. So let's go to the dashboard. And so here we are beginning to see the things that are going on. Next, next, and got it. So this kind of gives you an idea over the last 24 hours just the number of attacks. I mean, it's crazy, the millions of attacks that WordPress works on. So if we have a look at the last 30 days, millions and millions of attacks. Generally on one of my websites I am seeing between 100 to 200 attacks a day as they try to find a way to break in. And because I secure your websites, and we've got some other articles in here on all the things I suggest you need to do to secure your website, it just isn't an issue. So we can go down to scan. Now this will do a scan over the next few days, and you'll most likely want to come back and see if it found anything. Generally on a brand new website it won't find anything. A couple of websites I've dealt with recently, one of them had over 300 items, another one had about a dozen, so I had to clean them up over a period of time to get them back online. Yes, we do want to do automatic updates, so we go automatic on that, and we want to configure, and here is the general settings. I have never had a problem with this, so I just simply click on download. It's making a very small change to one little file so that you're kept safe, and I just click continue and close, and now we're ready to go. So from a security point of view, there's one last thing that we can look at. We can go up here to settings, and it's up here to tools rather, site health. So let's click on site health. And the only two things that they're really asking us to do, they say that our site health is good, is to remove inactive plugins and to remove inactive themes. So let's go ahead and do both of those things. So we can go into plugins, installed plugins. At this moment we're not using the Hello Dolly, which is just a holder. We can delete that. We're not using the antivirus software. We can delete that. You only really need to worry about using this if you're going to do a lot of allow people to do comments. Now we can go to appearance and to themes. So we've got, I think, about 3 extra themes in here we don't need. So I can click on theme detail and delete and OK. Theme detail, delete and OK. Any of these themes we can get back at any other time without any issue. And delete. Now if we go to tools and site health, we will see that it says we're in a good shape. Great job. Passed all tests. So that's introduced you to plugins. Have a look at the pages that I've got on plugins. That will give you a lot more detail on how to install plugins on your site. One last note. One criterion I do have as terms and conditions for having a website with me is if you do install a vulnerable or scam plugin, I may uninstall it. I will at least try to get to you, but if a situation occurs where you've got a scammy plugin that is causing issues on the server, I am liable to delete it without telling you. I will then notify you of that fact because I need to keep the server safe so that other people are kept safe. Thank you very much.